This reading is for Torchbearer Rachel, but if this finds you and it resonates, take what resonates and leave what does not. Rachel is the last TikTok video reading. I think I was meant to forget this one for a reason, because it happens to line up with the ending of the TikTok situation, TikTok ban, all of that stuff. So let's see what's going on for you. I'm not going to just focus on TikTok ban. That's why I haven't pulled any cards or even touched the cards yet. I just wanted to hold space for that moment really quickly. Thank you for being a consistent support system with me, and not only just through these bookings here, but also through my lives and just my content, my candles, all of it. So I am so thankful. I know you'll follow me over to YouTube, and we'll continue this relationship. And maybe I'll have to see if these can translate. I guess I could just become a YouTube video reading. I don't know. And I like the fact that they're open. This is like a way for anybody that hasn't worked with me before to also get to see a more personal one-on-one reading style. And they're a way to also connect with people that maybe aren't wanting to book with me in a longer format or can't get to that larger booking price point or any of those reasonings behind it. So it's been a really beautiful process. You've been one of the main torchbearers that have used this tool, and I love that. I love you for that, because it has been something that's kept me inspired even in this media or in this content. So hopefully, as I yapped, I know you booked a 3-minute one, but I told you that's not going to apply here since we don't even have a 3-minute option anymore on TikTok. It is the 10-minute video. So let's see. I'm going to start shuffling. Okay, it did knock over these cards as well. These are my personal cards. I actually used them for the reading earlier this morning for the hit clips as well. So maybe you saw that and it resonated for you as well. They're my card of the day. So, okay, let's see here. The first card that I saw fly out was this 5 of Swords, which it flew out and landed really almost on top of the hummingbird. I'm on my last bird of the hummingbird, pushing it a little far here. Wouldn't recommend, but I'm keeping an eye on it so that it won't get too hot here. And so the 5 of Swords here is, I honestly had never even noticed the blood down here on the bottom. For some reason, when I've been using this deck a lot, and I'm just getting this, the storyline that came through with that was a story. Anything that you've been sharing with your subconscious to make you still believe patterns that work, or flowers, or areas that are still nourishing for you, just because you can reach down to the very core of the experience and suck out the silver lining from it, does not mean that the experience is meant for you. I clearly see very distinct boundaries with your relationship with your mind, and also with what you let others utilize your mind for. Everybody has their own unique perspective, and what's so beautiful and beneficial of that is that we get to help each other through processing through that perspective, but also through learning how to become a better support system with others in the ways that their voices are directing them. Often when people are sharing with us, it may not even be the actual voices that they are going home with, more of the egos, the emperor's storyline of what those patterns are coming across as. So I think that when you kind of bridge these energies, which you've been doing a lot here, I see with the 9 of Swords going from 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 9 of Swords. This is all having to do with your mind, your mental space, and even boundaries being implemented healthily. Especially with the Queen of Swords in reverse, she sometimes comes across, and people really depict her as a cold energy. But there's a reason why this logical side of this energy has come out, especially when we look at the divine feminine energy within all of us being a natural empathic energy and a natural intuitive frequency. So a little more going with the flow, where the Queen of Swords tends to be more rigid in her approach to understanding how her mind has led to her wisdom, and not just her mind, but her ability to see all perspectives within it. So there can be a little bit of a judgment coming on here from others, but I think it's because they're not seeing the groundwork of what you're doing, which makes sense since it's a lot to do with the ideas and the mental space. I'm even getting that this is very reflective of the winter season, because of the fact that we all spend a lot of time in reflective mode and in energetic rest. And especially as we've been working to reprogram our patterns around how we treat ourselves during times of rest, we don't have these anxieties and these voices that show back up, or when they do, we know how to and what tools to use to help us move through and release and also alchemize some of these things that are ready to be transmuted and move forward on. And especially that with the Emperor here, and Nine of Cups underneath that, just celebration. I just feel like you've been doing a good job of letting your masculine be a good support system for you during this time of turmoil. This could also be energies in your life. If there's been a lot of people that have been helping you maintain structure, don't make yourself feel like the victim in that. Like, you know, I'm getting that storyline of like, you know, trapped in the tower and needing to be rescued. That is not this scenario, simply because you're utilizing. That's so funny. There's an Ankh on his arm, and I almost pulled, and here it is on camera anyways, I almost pulled this up and set this on top of the deck, and instead I chose the red jasper. So red is another big color frequency here coming up for you. Wearing red a lot right now, grounding stones and grounding tools, really acting as symbols and totems for you to move through, or talismans, I mean, to move through with or forward with. I'm also just getting this ability to balance this narrative that you hear, but still show up grounded. Like, the narrative isn't controlling you. It is just something that is existing because of the current change, or the current, you know, perceived loss or experience. Okay, so the cards that you got here were winter, with the deer being a very prevalent energy here, the moon on top of that, and the antlers is interesting because they shed their antlers naturally, and this is just like almost like a deer that has continued to grow, and that's coming through as almost a sign to not let yourself wait too long before shedding. You don't have to get all the way to winter season before releasing some of these patterns and celebrating where you have already have implemented better boundaries. Now let's see what these cards are here for you. Direction, sacral chakra, interesting with that orange coming up here. Really trusting your intuition here is coming through, and also your creative perspective. I'm feeling here with direction. There's something here, like again, with the voice that people come to you for voices of reason, and for you to be a amplifier. I'm hearing stuck, and here is here. Look, and this is in reverse along with direction. So you've been feeling, see this purple energy? You've been feeling a little disconnected, maybe even from your channels. Let me pull a clarifier real quick. Spirit, can you clarify this Queen of Swords here real quick, and this direction and stuck? The direction and stuck. 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Exactly what I was channeling. Your work here is done. You've completed the implementation of better processing. And I don't know why they're channeling in ways that feel very analytical for you. It could be all the swords, but it just feels like, and even the purple here, the storm that's happening here with the 10 of Wands, there is this churning of frequency. It can seem a little anxiety inducing, a little bit like the pause before the launch, if you will. I just feel like there's something major that you're going to need to rely on your ability to see your creativity as valuable, and not seeing it through the lens of external validation. And this is the story you've been working on, so that you would not perpetuate narratives in any connections that would create more healing later on down the road. Very beautiful message. I feel like don't try too hard. Really, right now it's about letting go and not putting in too much force. But I know that here with it being in reverse, it could be a sign of you not doing enough. But with the 10 of Wands and the sun on the bottom of the deck, a confirmation of the fact that I don't feel like there's any further momentum or active energy needed to make this progression, or to implement this new thought process into your current practices. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else here? I'm going to pull a couple of charms just as further symbolism. Any confirmation. The watermelon's been coming out a lot for me. I've been pulling charms a lot. The lovebirds, the grape. Enjoying the sweetness of life is coming through. Your mind not waiting for the other shoe to drop is coming through. Not looking for hidden, workloads or hidden labor. You're being more honest, and that's creating opportunities for new direction. You're honoring yourself more, and this is letting you shine out and in. And then the strength was underneath that, and the Oracle of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands here. And I just feel like this is another, and look, and the Queen of Swords. So just a confirmation that, and then the Tower underneath that. Okay, look, you will not be stopped. You're showing up here very much as the Empress energy, divinely mastering each queen under each suit. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much. And oh, I'm glad I looked up. I am out of time. Follow me on YouTube, Torchbearers. And thank you, Rachel. I will see you later at 444 here today for the last live here on TikTok. Okay.